In this video, we're going to cover a few advanced scheduling setup features, including how to set your sales forecast and how to configure certain scheduling options. Your sales forecast is an important driver of your daily budget for your schedule. To set the sales forecast parameters, click on your Manager home screen. You'll see the weekly sales and forecast graph, and at the bottom is a link to set your forecast. If you click on Configure, you'll see how your forecast can be calculated, either based on the last year's same-day sales, plus or minus a percent, or on the last 2 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever you choose, enter the number you wish, same-day sales. Click Save, and your forecast will be updated. You'll notice the Notes section of the forecast. This is not an area for you to type notes, but rather to see daily notes that might affect your forecast. So in this case, I excluded last week from my forecast because we closed early. If you wish to override your forecast for any reason, just click the Change To and type in the number that you wish to use. And then click Save. As I mentioned, the daily notes play a role in your daily forecast. The Daily Notes feature is accessible from your Manager homepage. This is where you would enter a note for any particular day. If sales were unusual for some reason, either high or low, you may wish to exclude them from a future forecast. These notes are also shown on the weekly schedule, so if you have upcoming events that you may need to consider when scheduling, you can put these in the Notes area. One final factor that's important for your labor budget is to set your labor goal, here set on the hourly labor percentage graph. You can set a labor goal for each day of the week. So for example, if you want to run 25% labor every day, we just would type that in. This, combined with your forecast, is what calculates your labor budget. Now back to the schedule area, I just wanted to point out that the daily budget is shown at the top of the week, and if I click on the daily view, I can also have access to the forecasted sales information, the set forecast configuration area, the labor goal, and what the labor budget is. I can see the labor percentage that's scheduled and how that compares to my goal. The settings that you choose for your forecast, such as the number of weeks to use, are also going to affect this hourly breakdown of forecasted sales and forecasted delivery count. Keep in mind that the daily note can also be added from the schedule screen. And then you'll see it when you create a schedule. I want to show you a couple other configuration settings that affect the schedule. If you go to Configuration, Employees, and click on Schedules, you may set things such as the minimum schedule shift length, which may be a state law. You can choose whether you want to verify schedule for clock on, which means employees will not be able to clock on without a manager approval if they're not scheduled to work. How quickly do you want to record an employee as late? This affects the employee permanent record in the employee configuration screen. And do you want to allow any early clock in if you've got verify schedule on? So these settings will help you manage your clock in procedure.